Never mind. It's a really useful bit of information. One of those things that would have been so helpful to have been told at school. That the mind can be ignored. That yes, thoughts reverberate out into the unitive being that we are. Yes, thoughts have causative power. Yes, every thought matters. Every moment matters. Every bit of matter is congealed thought and feeling and intent. It's consciousness coming into form. And yet, happily, we have created this experience of time, whereby our manifestations are not instant, not instantaneous. There is a lag period. We have to build up thoughts into belief, perhaps. We have to build up a clarity of focus. So any particular thought, any single thought, any 5-minute section of thinking is really not so important. Really not so important. So this useful bit of information that one can quite happily allow thoughts to come and go, even the most problematic of thoughts. A thought of wanting to end life, a thought of suicide. Such a thought can arise in consciousness and fall away without problem. Of course, if we're thinking this thought regularly, if this is arising in consciousness regularly, we'll want to inquire into this. What is being believed or felt, such that we would want to escape this exquisite life. Such a thought can be a clue, a leading into a deeper inquiry. And equally, such a thought can come and go. Can be laughed at. And of course, this is part of the process of realizing, or a consequence of realizing, that we are not the mind. We are that which is aware of the mind. And so even the busiest mind or the craziest thought can be experienced as an invitation to, in this moment, notice that we are the noticing. Notice that we are the noticing. See that we are the seeing. And have a good old laugh at what the mind may have been up to. A loving, gentle laugh. So never mind. There was another aspect of the limitations of the mind that I wanted to point to. It is a tool, it is a creative tool, it is a causative agent in consciousness coming into form. And yet in and of itself, it lacks intelligence. Even the most clever intellects, or perhaps especially the most clever intellects. Because intellect by itself, or mind activity by itself, is blind, is partial. It has to be allied with, united with, integrated with the heart's knowing, with the feeling sense, in order for intelligence to operate through the human being. one of the frequent occurrences in working with people around the world is I'll ask them, how do you feel about that? What's being felt now? And the response that will come is a thought. They're so conditioned, we're so conditioned, so in the pattern of, in the habit of seeing thoughts and going to thoughts, going to the mind for answers, looking into thoughts, that we, even when asked to go into feeling, we go up to thoughts and we then speak a thought and say that, and yet that's not what is being felt. And in not being aware of what is being felt, we miss out on so much. We miss out on intuition. We miss out on that part of ourselves that knows everything is well, that knows that all is well. That's a knowing of the heart. That's a knowing of the heart. Such an absolute statement that perfection is unfolding and only ever perfection unfolding, that all is truly well, can only be known, it can only be realized. It's an illogical statement. Happily, one of the beautiful things we can do with the mind is we can look at logic and discover logic's limitations. We can discover Gödel's incompleteness theorem and the limitations of logic. We can also, by reason itself, arrive at the limitations of reason. Oh, wonderful. And all this feels very good. All this discovery feels very good. This knowing feels so good. And this feeling so good, this knowing all is well, this feeling so good, is at the core of your being right now. It is at the core of our being right now. This knowing that all is well. This feeling so good. So never mind. Let thoughts come and go. And practice bringing the infinite consciousness that you are into your heart, into your being, into your felt body sense. Maybe now take a moment to feel what's happening in the heart center. A tingle here, a tingle there, a little pain here, a little pain there. And to welcome it. The mind might imagine that there shouldn't be pains in the heart. The mind knows nothing. The heart knows everything. The two together is an intelligent human being. And we need more of those on the planet right now. Thank you so much for listening to what wanted to be said. There's immense love here for you.